Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the California Golden Bears, taking on a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you championship. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The Wildcats offense starts in less than ideal field position off that poor return. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now.
Boy, nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
Stop right there at the line, no gain.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, the old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. The Wildcats will line up to punt it away. On the return, it's Hunter. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. The Golden Bears offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Dropping back. It's Mendoza. Makes a quick catch. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Grab behind the line. It's Hunter. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the Golden Bears will have 1st and 10 here. He'll hand it off. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Stiff arms his way to a decent game before they get him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Can they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone? This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Oh, and he almost picked it off. Nearly a turnover here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up 4th down. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They've got him, but not before he makes a 1st down at the 41.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
The pocket breaking down. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looks like Kansas State will have the 1st down. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Extra point makes the lead 4. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Cal's offense takes the field now. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Oh, it's a reverse. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. And it's a bunch formation. To throw, it's Mendoza. Quick throw to his receiver. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Back in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. A big play moves the ball across midfield, the opponent's 43.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. And it's Kansas State on top now, Kurt. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. All right, let's get back to the action. Getting closer to finding out who will be celebrating here tonight. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. And the junior able to get home with the sack. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a third and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Heavy pressure hit as he throws. Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Golden Bears line up on 1st and 10 now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Now here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he can bring it in.
From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
He knocks this one right through. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Handoff here from the shotgun. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Ball handed to the running back. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
When they tried to get the counter play to the edge, Kirk, we've seen this defense show their ability to pursue and fly to the football.
Yeah, they sure can, and they did a nice job on this counter play. A lot of times you'll see those counters go more up into the middle of a defense, but they tried to bounce that to the outside, and that gave you an idea of what kind of speed this defense has.
And the Wildcats will crank up the tempo.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are...
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, You got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The Wildcats looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. To the air, it's Johnson. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Second down and goal upcoming. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And I really thought on second goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. And man, does it backfire.
On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So California's offense back out on the field now. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And at first down, they go right back to him.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. And the Golden Bears pick up enough for a first down. They'll run it here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Takes the handoff again. Good enough for first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Golden Bears will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The short completion of the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Well, when you sit back and play zone defense like this, what you allow is your defense to have eyes on the football. Here, they give up the catch, but you can see how they rally to the football. There's just nowhere to go for this slot receiver.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Back to throw. It's Johnson. Catch made across the middle by the running back. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pass complete on a crosser. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48. That's another huge gain for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half.
No, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They're going to run it here. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. And the Wildcats will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only 1 half away from crowning a national champion.
The Wildcats will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the return man steps out at the 28. Cal's offense back out on the field now. Back behind the quarterback, lined in a pistol. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Here's the 2nd down play. He's going to hand this off. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
First down here for this offense. They'll try the right here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Caught on the outside. It's Matthews. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Lets it go quickly. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
So the offense faces third and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. It's a shotgun run call. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And he knocks it right through the uprights.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he takes this from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets a start over the next drive. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Running through the tackle. They can't get him to the ground. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Keeping it on the ground here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. The shotgun handoff here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. Third down play for this offense. They'll try to run for the first down. He goes nowhere on third and short. I don't think he got it. And the Wildcats will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to flip the field here. And the returner is brought down. Cal's offense takes the field now. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Scanning the field. It's Mendoza. And the completion made. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. That's reeled in. It's McCray. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Tight end goes in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. And no chance for a return as the punt sails out of bounds. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Off the play fake on first down. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Play action fake, looking to throw. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. The Wildcats will have to punt this one away. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. We finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So California's offense back out on the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? On 1st and 10, looking to throw, and he'll lost it to the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
It's caught downfield. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop him. The Golden Bears are going to cash in here in the red zone. Here comes a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And it's Kansas State on top now, Kirk. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. Pretty good chance it's going to come down to the final possession. Which guy can step up and make plays as we head to the 4th quarter. Big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Solid tackle, able to get him down.
That's a good positive gain there on 1st and goal. And here we go. The closer you get, the tougher it gets to get the ball into the end zone. And let's face it, this is a critical moment in this game. The 4th quarter of the national championship, and you're trailing.
Touchdown, Cal. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the 4th quarter, to give them the lead.
Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And knocked through the PAT, so the lead is 5 here in the 4th quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it. Get some space around the 30. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40. And the Wildcats will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Incompletion sets up. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the 4th quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush, but give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
Looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Oh, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
With the return, it's Hunter. They finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. Cal's offense back out on the field now. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? First play of the drive, they look to the right. Gets into space at the 50. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Runs right over the defender. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
A crucial play in this game. It's 3rd down and 2. Throws a stiff arm. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds.
Now they try to run it here on second down, unable to get the first down. And now, late in a game like this, the big question, do you pass the ball potentially with an incompletion? The clock will stop. Or do you play it safe and keep it on the ground?
Looking to throw it on third and very long. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's fourth down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. No problem. Knocks it right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Looking downfield, it's Johnson. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, just a really heads-up play by this receiver. Yeah, he maybe could have fought to get the first down, but I love the fact he got out of bounds. You save your timeouts, you stop the clock, the offense has a chance to regroup, and now you're in striking distance to get the right play called at the right time.
Pressure is coming. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Receiver makes the grab. Jukes to get past a man. Tackle made after a big gain. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. And he'll set up to throw. Makes a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Tight end makes the grab. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Cal's offense takes the field now. So it's still a one-possession game. The offense would love to work the clock here, but they can't take their foot off the gas. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. They'll hand it off. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk, national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the California Golden Bears.